social media intervention. Hi, Rena.
Hello, good
morning.
Morning.
How are you?
Very well, thank you. How are you?
So what's happening?
Oh, a number of things from all sectors. Politics will lead us this morning, and then we soon move on to the welfare of security personnel in Nigeria.
All right, let's leave you to it.
Thank you.
We'll see you later.
See you. All right, good morning to you. This is Kakaaki Social. I'm Rena Obozeghie. Now, as the debate on the relocation of the headquarters of FAAN lingers on, the Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Festus Keyamo, has disclosed that it was the initiative of the management and not his. In an interview, Keyamo says he saw reasons with them when he was presented with a receipt of $500 million naira spent in 1 year only on trips from Lagos to Abuja and from Abuja to Lagos.
The new management approached me. It's not like I woke up one morning and decided this is the decision that I must take. They came to me with facts and said, look, Minister Oga, this is our problem. I said, what's your problem? They say, one, that some of the directors are here, but the support staff, the departments under those directors have no place to stay. FAAN is not yet digitalized. That is what I met on the ground. It's not digitalized where they can exchange digital documents. They cannot. So they fly every day back and forth to Abuja, to Lagos and Abuja. In 1 year, they showed me the books. They spent close to $500 million naira on air tickets. Let that shock Nigerians first. Between Lagos, Abuja, Abuja, Lagos. 450-something million naira on tickets alone. I shouted, I said, what is this?
All right, so how did this meet netizens yesterday? Tomik Tokpe is saying that 450 million just to sign a simple document. How many times did they have to travel? Did they hire private jets, Koburu? And also in reaction to that is a question being posed to Festus Keyamo this morning in the next slide from another netizen. And it says, Festus Keyamo should also explain how the MD of FAAN will be getting approvals from the Minister of Aviation. Is the minister relocating to Lagos too? Because the MD of FAAN must be coming to Abuja weekly for meeting in the ministry, or is Festus Keyamo going to stay in Lagos? Let him explain. I mean, ministers don't stay outside of the Federal Capital Territory, so that's a question for him there to be answered. Now, away from this, a former senator who represented Adamawa North, Elisha Abbo, has written to the National Judicial Council, NJC, seeking the termination of Justice Chioma Nwosu-Iheme's elevation to the Supreme Court, describing her activities at the appeal court as judicial coup d'etat. Abbo says her appointment to the Supreme Court will further destroy Nigeria's judicial system and the dispensation of justice. Well, in case you missed it, she's among the 11 justices from the Court of Appeal who were nominated for vacant seats at the Supreme Court by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in December last year, 2023, as it was recommended by the NJC.
There has never been time in the history of the Court of Appeal that the Court of Appeal became a catch and carry point, a POS point, like as in your own time. And I want the President of the Court of Appeal, Justice Monica Damsa, to know that I screened you as a Senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria in June 2020. And we confirmed you in the Senate. Did I take money from you? Have I asked you to give me any money as a Senator before I screened you, I passed you? I could have objected. Today in your court, the moment matter go into the Court of Appeal today, it becomes something else. Children of judges, flawed either petitioners or respondents, agents of judges, flawed politicians, asking you to go and steal the judges. This is not the renewed hope of Mr. President. We have seen you act swiftly in the Better Edu Gate scandal. You moved swiftly. And we also believe that you will move swiftly on this matter.
All right, let's see some thoughts on this. Veritas says politicians who only cry foul when the corrupt system doesn't favor them. If not for the corrupt system, how would he have remained a senator after assaulting that sales guy? It seems like netizens are not going to forgive this sin, as they will put it, anytime soon. But for Ebuka, it says this is a serious submission that needs to be investigated, scrutinized, and interrogated by relevant agencies. More thoughts from more netizens. Its case, it says, I don't need any evidence to validate this point. We all know what Nigerian judiciary has turned itself into. But then someone was trying to make a case for the judiciary, and I don't know. Okay, let's read it so you conclude at the end of the day. Obiano Nigeria says, this man will never win any election in Nigeria again, except his opponent doesn't contest that election in court. I know the Nigerian bar that I was called in. You cannot and will not disobey the president of the Court of Appeal and get away with it. Be you who. I mean, that's an indictment right there for someone who says he's a member of the judiciary, a lawyer, saying that because he insulted someone or he caught someone out, definitely he's never going to win a case in court ever again. And I don't know, maybe that kind of justifies or authenticates what Senator Abbo was saying there. But let's move on to more stories. This is the labor union that has proposed a minimum wage of $300, that is equivalent to 436,500 naira for Nigerian workers ahead of negotiations on the new national standard. Well, they made this proposal at the meeting of the separate and joint National Public Service Negotiating Council that was held in Nasarawa State on Tuesday. I mean, this is double plus the initial proposal of 200,000 naira, which they've trashed. They say it is no longer realistic concerning the country's current economic situation. Well, briefly from their meetings at different places, we'll take the one from Nasarawa first and then we come to Abuja. Let's see what they are saying in their statement. First, it says, in light of the above, Labour has proposed a living wage of $300, equivalent to 436,500 naira for Nigerian workers. This is due to the fall in the value of our currency. Today, if you carry 100,000 naira to the market, you will come back with a leather bag of items. In continuation, it says that you are aware that when we opted for the 200,000 naira, the socio-economic challenges were not as biting as they are now. And when you now look at the exchange rate, it was not what it is now. The naira rate not been devalued as it is now. So 200,000 naira is no longer tenable. Bam. Okay, but 400,000 naira though. Let's see. Aremu says these people should be realistic. The fact that you are going for a negotiation doesn't mean you should present a ridiculous offer on the table. And then for another user, Dr. GWG says, all right, only government pays wages, right? How will private businesses be able to pay such wage? Those security guards in fast food usually earn minimum wage. Fast food and restaurants will pay them 400K. Make una try, they use una head sometimes. And more thoughts coming in at this point from Gracias. It says, even if 1 million naira were approved, how many states could pay? Some states are yet to implement the current minimum wage. You should negotiate what's realistic and drop this SUG style of unnecessary activism. Final thoughts on this story is coming from Zari, who says, apparently people don't know how these things work. He should propose 100 or 50K. Of course, he knows they can't pay 400,000 naira, but he proposes 5 or 50K. Where do you think they will land? Okay. Benefits of that right there to say that they actually do not mean that figure, except that when they get to the table, they would, harmonize with the committee that has been set up on that matter. But finally, concerns for the welfare of Nigerian security personnel, particularly the army, are growing on the space of social media. This is as a soldier's video lamenting the cost of transportation has sparked conversations. In the viral clip, he says he was granted a pass to go see his family, but he soon realized that it would cost him 70,000 naira for transportation only, a fare his salary of 50,000 naira cannot foot.
Hello. Nigeria may give me pass as I do 1 year for my duty today. Now they give me pass, make I go and go see my family. My way to as I come up for bush now I reach park. They tell me say from here to my town 35,000. Now I come calculate 35,000 going and come back, that is 70,000. And 50,000 now my salary go they pay me for this month. But me I not give option again. No. I go back to bush.
All right, that clip was as short as that, 23 seconds. But let's see how this made Nigerians, because it's gone viral on all the social media spaces. T-Talk says, kidnapper, 100 million fully paid. Soldiers, 50K, can't even take him down to see his family. Do whatever you want with that information. Also making a case for them is Trader X, who says, if this one see good offer from bandits, share inogo reason am, governor needs to do better. And also in reaction to this is Islander, who says, very poor salary. And our government were pretending as if they didn't know why the insecurity on the land keep increasing. 50K for army inside bush without families is tagging the president, the vice president, NSA, Nuhu Ribado, Femi Gbajabiamila, chief of staff, the Nigeria Senate, Nigerian army, and he says, make una dey play. And also in reaction to this one is Churchill Mike, who says, yet senators and politicians that don't risk their lives are earning more, and you are saying they should fight for their country. Thank God I didn't accept the recruitment. Disgraceful. Okay, let's go over to the next slide, which will be our final thought for the day. So yeah, apparently that's how we call it a day today on Kakaaki Social. Do well to join us again tomorrow, but we can connect at Rena OBO on the space of social media. Good morning again, Adora.
Good morning. How are you?
Yeah.
Very well, thank you.
That soldier's tragic tale just beats my heart. And what the comments that were coming from the netizens were so apt. Some of it, though.
Valid. Yeah.